Welcome back to the Culture of Currency. Merry Christmas to you all as it's coming up here. Obviously, we have Thanksgiving first, and I'm very thankful for this holiday gift guide that APMEX sent me in the mail. I'm going to go over it with you because there might be some things that you want to get for that loved one in your life that says, hey, remember me? Remember precious metals? We're the same. So, this is what it looks like. Came in the mail. I thought I'd go over it with you because there might be something in here you're like, hey, that's kind of cool. I want one of those. And so here we go. Very simple. There's a opening letter from the CEO, Ken Lewis. Here we are. We have an American Silver Eagle here, and I will tell you everything in this book that I'm going to go over. I have at a spot price of $23.89 to give you an idea that, as always, these things kind of fluctuate based on the market. So we have an American Silver Eagle here, as you can see. Has a nutcracker theme. Slab. And so this is something where an American Silver Eagle currently on the market with that spot price was $31.34, and they're asking $35.88. So basically a $4 premium to have it in that type of a slab. And in a standard round, this is an APMEX round, so obviously that's going to be a little bit on the cheaper side of things. The APMEX round was going for $27.74, and this particular product here is $31.38. So once again, we're seeing around that $4 bubble to just kind of make it nice and fancy and look pretty. You like gold? Well, here's some gold things over here. This is an APMEX half gram. So really not a whole lot here, but as you know, gold is expensive. So a half gram of gold at APMEX was the $65.19 price mark. This particular Merry Christmas slab you see would be $71.77. So a little bit more of a premium just because it's gold. Now we have the standard 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagle. Normally it would cost you $280.42. Slabbed up, for some reason it's $307, and so that's something that I'm not sure I kind of get. Maybe people at APMEX can explain to me, but if it's $4 to slab silver, why is it substantially more to slab gold? This is the same material as this. In fact, it's probably less of it, but the idea that just because this is gold, we're going to charge you more for the slab, I'm not really sure what that means. All right, let's keep on moving. This is our next item. Right here, you'll see this is colored, and that's a very interesting thing. It's called the Magic of the Season. It's actually Canadian bullion coin. When you hold it under a black light, it glows, which is a really interesting idea. And I thought that was cool. A bit more expensive, of course, but a cool idea nonetheless. Right here, this is $36.83. It's a nativity ornate design. I'm going to try to pull some of these things up so that you can see the obverse and reverse, but you kind of see the elaborate design on the outside. It looks like an ornament. Really cool looking round here. And at $36, I probably like that more than some of the ones we've gone over so far. If you like the colored options, here's a really interesting one. And what I really like about it is if you look here online, the capsule has a little loop at the top where you can actually make this an ornament. And that is the coolest idea. So this is $36.82. APMEX, if you're listening, if you just sell these capsules that have the little loop at the top where you can make them into ornaments, I think that would be a moneymaker because I can imagine a tree where you get to choose any of the types of coins or rounds you want and make it your Christmas tree decorations. Here's a Season's Greeting Santa. This is one side of the coin and this is the other. Once again, $36.81 is the calling number on this coin. It's just a festive coin, one that I think a lot of kids would like. So if you have kids that you want to get involved, this is not a bad option. Remember, in the description below, there is going to be a link to a lot of these things so that if you want anything that you see, it helps my channel out. Here we have a $36.81 colorized bar. That's a bear, and it looks like we've got a robin and some squirrels and things like that. Pretty straightforward. I know a lot of you like bars more than you do coins, and that might be an option if you have somebody in mind that you want to get a silver bar to. Here's another silver bar coming up. This is going to be a stained glass nativity scene. This is more traditional look to it. Real simple. Once again, about that same price point that we've been seeing based on this being a generic piece of silver and not a government issued bullion coin. Now we get to get into more licensed things. This is going to be Coca-Cola theme. This is a giant 4-ounce bar, which is currently out of stock, unfortunately, but it's a really cool looking bar to it. It goes back to those old Coca-Cola commercials in the snow with the polar bears and the penguins and whatnot. But there's a huge push on APMEX for their Coca-Cola themed products. I've seen many periodicals and emails about their Coca-Cola themes, and they do have a couple of cool ones worth mentioning. So here is a silver 1-ounce colorized round, has the Coca-Cola branding in the slab. It's got a really cool look to it, but obviously out of stock. Coca-Cola is a very popular theme, if you haven't noticed, and so there are some things that I noticed are in stock. This is unfortunately not currently one of them. This is the standard silver bottle cap. This is going to be 6 grams of silver, and it is from Tuvalu. So this is actually a bullion issue, and it's licensed and themed in Coca-Cola. Looks just like a bottle cap and is 6 grams once again, and it's $30. So obviously it's not necessarily a great investment from a silver value standpoint, but it is a really cool collector's gift if you know somebody who loves the Coca-Cola theme. Just a standard Coca-Cola round is $30.81. What I don't understand is if you notice where the liquid is in the Coke bottles on the reverse, look how it's at a slant, as if we're on an angle. That's being a liquid, it should be flat across, but it's not. Those are just some physics that defy my brain, I guess. But $31.81, not a bad look for this Coca-Cola round that comes in a slab. Now we're getting into the Peanuts section. Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and the like. There's tons of things that are Peanuts themed. I've never been a giant fan of Peanuts, kind of puts me to sleep, but I know there's people out there. They're going to be, probably $36 for something like this, in that same range as this is going to be, a licensed play, so it's going to be a little bit more than normal. This Charlie Brown right here is going to be a bit more at $70. That is a 1-ounce silver Charlie Brown, just so you know. It is not going to be issued by a nation or anything like that, but it does come in a cool box, as you can see. But that is $70 for 1 ounce of Charlie Brown silver. Next we have the Smurfs. This right here is $36.79. We have a Smurf popping out of a stocking, and once again, the amazing idea of having this able to become an ornament. I'm telling you, just sell those capsules and promote them, because to have a Christmas tree with all of our favorite stuff would be phenomenal. So this is actually a bullion coin from the island of Niue, and it is an ornament because of this amazing capsule. Smart idea. We have the snowman here, Smurfs. That's going to be $36. And that once again is going to be from the island of Niue. So this is a bullion coin, right? It has all the licensing of the Smurfs. It's a 2023, and it comes in the slab. I'm not a Smurfs fan, but maybe some of you are, and that might be something to look at as well. John Wick. I'm, once again, not a John Wick fan, never seen it. $31.79 currently. It's one of the cheaper pieces that we've seen so far featured. It is not a government-issued bullion coin, but rather a round. But it is pretty cool in its design, and I'm sure it has some significance in the film. This right here, I could not find anything on. I believe that's a NASCAR-themed 75 anniversary or something like that. They were completely out of this, and so I didn't have any type of idea of the NASCAR stuff. I know there's a lot of car people that collect coins, and I unfortunately couldn't get any information. However, I do know there's a ton of cool stuff branded for Chevy and Cadillac recently. This is really cool. So it's a matching truck and coin. So you kind of can put them together. It's $129, but it's something that I think a lot of people who love cars and trucks and precious metals could pair together as they come as a set. So really kind of cool there. Is it overpriced? It might be, but to have a set, kind of a cool deal. It's not government issued. It's just a round, but to me it does kind of really look cool together. Maybe you could put a little stand in the back and have your coin sitting in the back of the bed of the truck as a display. As you can see here, you have the Corvette themed emblem here, and that is a 1 ounce version of that emblem. Really cool idea, something that I think many people would love that are car people. Here's a Pez dispenser that is a normal Pez dispenser, but instead of candy, it shoots out a little bit of silver. And I want to say these are 5-gram bars, something like that. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and this is going to be right at $100. Comes with the packaging and everything. I'm assuming the people that kind of collect this kind of stuff would leave it in the box, but that's one of those things that is pretty cool to look at. $104, and you do have 6 5-gram silver bars there that the Pez dispenser shoots out. So here's that Corvette emblem, $74.99. Comes in a really cool case. Absolutely well done. I think this is one of the cooler branded items that I've seen because it does look like it could be on the hood ornament of a vehicle. All right, next item right at $100 is right here. That is going to be a Canadian snowflake. So this is something that is going to be government issued. Silver ounce of this Canadian snowflake that has this really cool dome thing in the middle that catches the light. Awesome looking box. That's obviously going to be a unique item, a Christmas themed item. It would be really cool if they had a capsule where you could hang it on the tree as well, but I don't see anything like that. But really unique item, kind of has that winter theme, and something I think a lot of people would like. Let's skip over this. This is just silver foil, 1 gram of it. Not really an amazing looking product, but this looks pretty cool. This is from the nation of Fiji. It is a silver snowflake coin. Comes with the box and a COA, and only $60. I would think something that looks like this would be a lot higher, but maybe it's because it's a 1/2 ounce, and it does come with a ornament capsule. So that is something that I think is really cool. If you're going to make a Christmas theme like this, it's cool that it can become an ornament, and they have done so with this product. So though it is a 1/2 ounce and it's $60, I think that it, honestly looks like it would be worth a lot more based on comparables that I've seen online. Here we have a really cool one. So this is a 1 ounce silver ornament snowflake, and it is from the island, the Cook Islands actually. Once again, really well looking product here. I think that's really cool, and I love that it has a little hole in the top. I think it would be cooler if it had a capsule and you could loop the capsule just so you could protect the silver, but it is a really cool item, and one that I think looks pretty well done. You see the little presents kind of in the design. A lot of cool elements, but that's $190. It is a bit steep. Not sure if it's worth it for me. There's a gold gilded one as well, and it's the same price. So, if you're going to get one, you could get the 1 ounce silver with the gold gilding, and it's going to cost you the same. Maybe you get one of each. I don't know. Kind of too rich for my blood for something like this. If you're a fan of Tchaikovsky and the Nutcracker, here we have the Mouse King, huge character within that ballet. This is going to be a PAMP product. So if you're somebody who likes PAMP products, this is going to be down your lane. It is going to be serial numbered, and it's going to be from the Solomon Islands, and that's going to run you about $100. But for a colorized 1 ounce anything, that's really not out of the ordinary, and it's 2,500 coins minted. So honestly, this is going to be a pretty strong value play. I think that overall the value of that product is one of the highest ones I've seen in this whole book, just because it is a serial numbered Pamp Swiss, Solomon Islands, silver ounce from an actual nation, and a slow vintage. Now we get into some of the unique items like this Year of the Dragon right there. That is going to be Vanuatu. It's 1 ounce, and it's going to obviously be gilded a little bit. The reverse is kind of boring, but obviously this is an obverse type coin that we're looking at here. Very beautiful overall. Comes with a cool case. There's only 4,888 of these minted worldwide, and that's a pretty low mintage overall, and so that should be considered in the price as well. But it is out of stock, and so I don't have a price point on it, but I would imagine it's pretty expensive. This is a really cool one here. So this is from the nation of Mongolia. This is $160. It is only 1 ounce, but it does have a really cool almost gilding to it. I don't know if that's actually gold or not, but it looks really nice, and this is from a nation, right? Mongolia. So it is the Year of the Dragon from Mongolia, and that's kind of what they went with. I think the design is awesome. Is it worth the money? I don't know. It's not going to be something I buy, but there's a limited mintage of 888 of these. That's it. So if you're looking at it as a collector, then that's a pretty low mintage that you might want to jump on if that's your thing. The next thing here is a beautiful, beautiful Austrian coin. It has a snowflake on there, obviously Republic of Österreich. It's got this jewel right here in the middle, but that's $89. It's a 20 euro coin, and it is silver. It has this snow princess or ice queen or something on the other side. I'm not really sure. It's one of the better designed coins that I've seen in this Christmas theme for this year. So that's something to think of. There are 30,000 of these minted, and this is going to be 0.666 ounces of fine silver. Why they had to go with that number, I don't know. Just add a little bit or take a little bit off. But to have the devil's number on a Christmas coin, maybe reconsider a little bit on that one. This next one is Canadian. It's one of those egg type things. I think it's called like a Pisanka or something like that. I think it's got a Russian name, but it reminds me of the Fabergé egg type look. It's a coin that I've seen them do different versions of every year. $129. It is 1 ounce. Once again, it's a Canadian issued piece of silver, so something that I think is designed well, and because it's backed by a government, then some people, that's all they buy, and that gives you the excuse here to do just that, right? There are only 7,500 of these minted. They are 4 nines silver. Next, we have some American silver dollars. Here's a Morgan dollar. This is going to run you $60 capsulated, and what they're telling me at APMEX is that they're going to be trying to get the closest to BU versions, if not straight BU versions for these, so that they look nice. But they're probably not going to be choosing years that are extremely, obviously, high demand. So my guess is if you get a random year in the Morgan or in the Peace dollar, that it will just be a really nice version of a common year, but it still sits up for a very cool look, and one that a lot of people probably will like. And the Peace dollar being $40 might even be a better price point for you. We also have some jewelry here. We have the Pamp Swiss Fortuna necklace right there. I'm sure that's going to be very expensive. That's a 10-gram necklace. Jewelry always has a high price point. They have some bullion bangles. That's 24 karat gold of Nibu. We have a Walking Liberty. It's not an actual coin, but it looks like a Walking Liberty. That's a watch, a pendant with a chain. But to give you an example, this is going to be around $200 for this, and I find that to be a little bit much. I think that if you took your own 10-gram silver bar and went to a jeweler, you might be a little bit better off, but that's how I see it. And these are some dates that you're really going to want to pay attention to. November 20th, we have the limited and exclusive release that's in the mobile app, right? The 22nd, if you're in the Bullion Club, This is where you can go to get awesome discounts and things like that. But yeah, you can basically be in the bullion club for a day, so you'll understand what that looks like and see if that's something you want to pursue. Really interesting. Right here we have Thanksgiving on the 23rd. We have the Black Friday thing going on the 24th. So silver will be at spot, okay? Record-setting doorbusters, hourly best struck deals, 10% back for bullion card holders, and dozens of unbeatable deals. Silver at spot, that's the thing, right? That's what you want to pay attention to. November 25th and 26th, Vintage Savings Event. So that's going to be on your older stuff. Silver struck, you're a vintage guy, that might be for you. 27th, Cyber Monday, any quantity pricing site-wide. That's really big. So if you only want to order one thing, sometimes you get a bit higher price, whereas if you're ordering 500 ounces of the same thing, it's a lot more. So that's really nice to have any quantity pricing. 10% back for bullion card holders, and fresh deals and extra low premiums. We'll see what that looks like. The 28th, Giving Tuesday, matching a portion of sales to fight hunger. So if you're a philanthropist, there you go. And then December 1st, the 12 days of deals begins. So these are dates that you're going to really, really want to get in on. Once again, Black Friday, silver at spot. Be careful because there's probably going to be a lot of sellouts here. Okay, so if you're somebody that there's things that you're looking at, I would go ahead and get those pages popped up so you can get on there, because there's going to be a lot of sellouts of products on that day. Well, that has been it. I hope I've not bored you too much. Please remember that everything that you have seen at this APMEX catalog can be purchased using the link in the description below, which helps out my channel. I'm not necessarily sponsored by APMEX, but I'm an affiliate of APMEX, and so if I happen to showcase something that you like and I send you to that product, they do give me a little kickback on that, which helps me do what I do here. But if not, that's cool too. I just hope that you check out their holiday stuff, because there's a lot of cool things. The things that stick out the most to me are going to be the capsules with the little loops that you can make any coin a ornament out of, and also that Nutcracker Mouse King. I thought that was an awesome value play. And then those dates on the back. These dates are definitely worth remembering. But that's what we have here today. I hope you remember, as always, to stay classy and current with the culture of currency.